because I'm sitting here in my cab and the wind is blowing like I don't know what. It's like a fucking hurricane out here. I'm on my way up to Lichfield and I thought, well, I'm going to do you a little bit of a DEV from here to there. Right? So, let's get on with it then, shall we? Blinded by the light. Unfortunately, I have to put up with it. We're going to have to put up with it just for you lot. I might be able to stick my glasses on. Yes. That'll do. I can live with that. Happy days. Right then, here we go. Steady as we go around this corner. There's a fucking whacking great big pothole just down there, so be careful of that fucker. Just avoid it a little bit. Nice and steady. Obviously, you can't see shit coming in the corner, so you also be careful about that. But other than that, that's it. We're on our way for a little bit of a DEV, driver's eye view, because I know that some people call it point of view, but it's not a point of view, is it, really, when you think about it? It's an actual driver's eye view. So, there you have it. Just for those of you who don't understand that concept, now you do. Right then, today the sun is out, the skies are blue, there's fuck all left for me to do, but it's raining. Oh well, I have to do it, don't I? So far, there's been a few roads closed because of the weather being naff. I think they've shut between junction 20 and 22 of the M62, which is the big hill on the way up. There's a bridge that goes to the valley. They've shut that down to eye-sided vehicles. Yay, isn't that fun? Not for those who need to go that way, it's not obviously, that's a pain in the arse, but hey, whatever. But as we traverse our way down this little street, which, by the way, it is only a 30 mile an hour, it's not a flat out thing, it's only a 30 mile an hour. But a lot of people forget that. They don't realise it's a 30. Well, either they do and just don't give a shit. That's probably about right, Ed. It's very bright. It's nice round here though. Bit of a naturist kind of walk out round here, a bit of a get in touch with the old nature side of things. So get a good gander of that. I've been having issues with my throat, my voice. It's been doing me head in all morning. And a pain in the arse. I can't wait to go and have it looked at on Wednesday. I'm telling you, can't wait. And what I've done, I've booked the Wednesday off, but I've also booked Thursday and Friday off as well. I'm gonna have a long weekend. Screw it. Because today I am absolutely exhausted. I'm knackered. Yesterday was a really long day. Yesterday was, and I got back late and I ended up eating late, and I've had nothing to eat this morning at all. Nothing yet. It's 10 past 11 at the minute on this wonderful 11th of January 2017. Not 16 like some people keep writing down. And it's a Wednesday. But last night I got in and I was just absolutely exhausted. I was so tired, and I was hungry because I didn't have anything to eat all day, so I had to have something, but I was just too tired to fanny about doing something for myself. So I went to the chippy and got myself a nice small pizza. I didn't really want to do that, to be fair, but I did it anyway because they are nice. I can't argue. But I'm trying to get my diet back into gear again. I have managed to drop a pound so far, so I'm not doing too bad. I've got a fair few to go yet, but it's tough. I am finding it tough this time round, and today, because of what I had last night and it ended up being late, I just don't feel like eating today. I really don't. I'm not hungry at all. So I'm going to take that as a blessing, I suppose, and then later on this evening I might have myself a small snack of some sort, or I might do one of my little dinners I've got at home and have that, but it won't be a fat lot. And then the day will be over. 8 o'clock will roll around, which is the cut off for everything anyway, so no more food or anything like that anyway. And then I shall probably go to bed anyway, because I'll be too bloody tired of anything else. We'll just wait and see what happens. It all depends on what time I've got to get up in the morning, that is, obviously. But yeah, I'm not impressed with the way that I have been performing with my dietary side of things. It's just, it's fell by the wayside. But I will get back on track and we'll put it all back into perspective, and I'm hoping, which it should be, as long as I don't mess it up and cheat and go stuff it and all the rest of that garbage that goes with it, by the time my birthday comes I should be back to where I want to be. And in all fairness, I only got to lose realistically a stone and a half. That's all I've got to lose, so it ain't that much of a big deal really when you think about it. It might sound it, but it's not if you do it my way. It's just it's just getting motivated into doing it my way, that's the problem. But so far I've done, this will be day 4, so I'm happy with the way things are turning out. The reason why I started doing it in the first place, again, should I say, is because I noticed me having my weights climbing, and I'd gone up to a ridiculous 14 stone 4, and I'm like, no, that just ain't happening. I want me 12 back. So, and plus, I've noticed that I'm getting the heartburn, I'm getting indigestion, acid reflux, I'm getting all that shit's coming back again. And I'm like, I can't be doing with this. I just can't be doing with it. So, hence the sort of like the crash course back down to my diet again and get myself sorted. I've got to do it. No more crisps, no more chocolate. Oh, I tell you what. But the thing is, if I continue on the way I'm going, I'm going to ruin it again. I don't want to. And I'm close enough to get myself back to where I was, but if I sail right up to where I have been, oh no, that'd be so depressing, that would. And I want my face back as well, because my face is disappearing. It's yeah, I can see the fatness in my face appearing. It's not good, so I don't like it. Anyway, we'll get there. And the progress so far, I'm at 14.3 at the minute. So I have lost a pound in the last couple of days I've been doing this thing for, so not too bad. And then hopefully tomorrow, when I weigh myself again, I might be down about a pound. We'll have to wait and see. Normally when I do it like this, if I do concentrate on it and do it right and make sure I drink plenty of water, you can tend to clock off a pound a day. I know it sounds rather harsh, but remember, I'm pretty much living on around about, I don't know, 1,000 calories a day. I've got to crash myself back again, I really have. And it's tough going, but I want that sensation when I lie down in bed, right? I have this sort of like sinking, hollow feeling in my stomach, and my stomach sort of like concaves in, and it's stopped doing that. So when you run your hand across your rib cage in your chest and then go down to your stomach, my stomach was then getting higher than my rib cage, which is just not on, no way, not having it. So yeah, So when I lie flat now, obviously the last few days, it's starting to sink again now. So give it a few weeks and I shall be back to where I was. But it's just this horrible habit of crisps and chocolate and crisps and chocolate. And I'm just sick of it. It's doing my head in. And I keep thinking of this acid reflux and indigestion. I think, do you know what? I wasn't having none of that when I wasn't doing all this stupid crap and my weight wasn't high. When my weight was low, I had none of that shit. Nothing at all. Brilliant. So it's like giving me this sort of a incentive, if you like, to get on with it and do it. Apart from yesterday, like obviously I was just, well, I don't get many of them days, thankfully. So today, like I say, I've had nothing. Didn't even have any breakfast. I just had a cup of coffee. That's all I could stomach, to be fair. Plus, I was also red hot. I mean, fuck me, I was warm. I mean, most of the morning, right, I've had the AC on, cold. That's how hot I've been today. It's really strange. I've seemed to have balanced out a bit now. I'm fine, so I'm happy with that. Yes. There's nothing worse than achieving something and then letting it slip away. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. I'm trying to give myself some sort of pep talk, if you like, in a way, to motivate myself, to get myself back, because there's several things that will happen if I don't, right? Obviously, I'm going to start suffering with the indigestion, heartburn, acid reflux, which is already starting to appear. The next thing I'll end up with is probably irritable bowel syndrome, so I'll end up squirting shit out my ass instead of taking a nice packaged dump like it normally is. Hey, if you took it into your cocoa pops while you're watching this, I apologise. But hey, whatever. I don't mind being honest. At the end of the day, it's the truth. It's what normally happens. And but also, amongst the health kind of side of things, there's also one aspect that will actually end up falling the wayside, and that's me bike. Because the gear I've bought, I won't fucking fit in it. I bought it to fit me slimness, not me fatness. You know what I mean? I don't want fatness now. Fatness don't work. It won't get. I look like a fucking Michelin man on the damn thing. So, you know, I've got to make sure my weight is down so I can actually ride my bike when I get a chance to ride my bloody bike. And so I can fit in my safety gear. Spend freaking 400 quid on it. You know what I mean? It's got to be done, innit? Well, aye. Yeah, I know. It's just like, what is the point in having it if you're going to be getting to that point where you're that fat you can't get on it, or you've got to buy new gear to fit, which you can't afford, and the stuff you've got, you've only worn it several times. It'd be a waste of money. So there's the other incentive as well. And then obviously I want to look reasonably decent for summertime as well. That's another thing I want. I want that back. I mean, I've even, right, now, don't laugh, right, look, I ain't even said nothing yet, you're freaking laughing, shut up. Look, I've even contemplated on maybe taking up a bit of a running or maybe a bit of a jogging around the street, right, just to, you know, help along with the fact that I'm becoming a fat fuck. You know what I mean? So I know it sounds rather out there, but I might start off first though with just a bit of a walk. You know what I mean? Gonna have a walk. I used to do that anyway, believe it or not. That's what I used to do when I was 17s down. That's what I did to help with the what have you. I used to go for a walk, and then obviously I got down and looked all slim and sexy and stuff, and then I'm like, I'll give it neck. I was even riding my pig in push bike and having a sore ass, and that sort of got left to the side again. Like, oh well, it's because I was, you know, I was enjoying my slimness. That's what it was. And I thought, well, I'm controlling my food. I don't have to do that. but hey. I might do yet. I haven't decided. I might do it. But yeah. So that's my my goal that I'm going to try to do is get that sorted out. So that by the time I am 46, which is what I will be this year, boo, fucking boo. There's nothing worse than getting old and you don't really want to be. If I could stay perpetually 25, I would. Forever and a day. I'd love it. It'd be fantastic. Mr. Pap, why are you driving at 45 miles an hour on a fucking 70 road, you bellend? Oh, we had that the other day, yesterday on the way back home, right? I was on the M6 North, and I was coming up to the junction 3, is it? Well, 3A, for the M642, M6 toll, that section there. And this stupid twat in one of those little tiny fucked off rack pieces of shit cars, which looks like a matchbox thing, was doing 45 in the middle lane. But I mean, it was like lane 1, 2, lane 3 to be, because obviously you got 2 there, or is it 3 there? 2, 3, 2, 3. What? Either way, she was like on the, or he, might have been a he, who knows. She was on the lane that would have took her up to 42, and then she was doing 45 miles an hour, and there's all this fucking traffic around. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, you stupid woman? I say woman because it's just, you know, it was a woman's car. So please don't bite my head off. It was probably a bloke. Who knows? Who cares? It was somebody being stupid on a motorway driving at 45 miles an hour, slowing traffic down, being a complete arse. I mean, sometimes I worry about some people. The mentality, the way that people treat the driving is just nuts. And then obviously you've got the other side of it, where you're driving up towards the 446 junction on the island, and you're just on the part where the lanes have separated. You're not quite going up the slip road, and then the 42 bits alongside you, and then some bellend in an Arctic decides that I want to get in front of you, so just fucking slams it straight in front of you. Don't even give a shit. They've had all that fucking road, which has been about 2 miles, like I was doing. Every time the lanes moved over, I moved back into the lane that I needed. Every single time, and yet this bellend decided that no, I'm going to do it right at the last minute. Fucking dopey twat. Yeah. I'll never understand that. I don't get it. It doesn't achieve anything. See, what I did then, you see, because obviously it was getting a bit busy, but when he pushed in front of me, the lane on the right hand side had then sort of gone quiet, so I just pulled out, drove up, pulled back in again onto the the outer lane, because it splits into 2 on the 446, because I know that the outer lane, the right hand lane, is the lane that continues all the way over and down, whereas the left hand lane continues round, but then it finishes and cuts off, so you have to move over to the right. So I basically went, fuck you, if you're going to drive like an arsehole, watch how an arsehole can drive. Ta-da! So I did that instead. Yeah, I know it was a naughty manoeuvre, but sometimes, right, don't happen very often, but sometimes you get to the point where you're like, oh, you fucking fuckity fuck. You know what I mean? That's the sort of, and I was like, I can't be doing this. This is just pissing me off chronically. So of course the opportunity was there. I didn't interfere with anybody. That's one thing I didn't do. So I wasn't cutting anybody up or anything like that. I would not do that. But I went into the other lane, drove up a bit, and then pulled back into the correct lane. But I didn't interfere with anybody. If that's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't that I'd cut into anybody or cut anybody up or anything like that. I didn't do any of that. But it did jump the queue, which I found quite amusing. So yeah. wrong, but at least it didn't bother anybody. Apart from the fact it left them lot who did cut me up, pushed him and forced away in front of me. I mean, it left them behind, and I just went, "Toodles, see you later, bye." Just in such a hurry to cut in front of people. Oh, I don't know. But hey, yeah. Like I say, don't happen very often, but it's like, I was fucking hungry, tired, and it was just one of those days. But hey, I'm only human. But I mean, look at it from this point of view though. Even when I did a bit of a cheat like that, I was still... Can you put me back in that lane, please? Thank you. I was still conscientious of making sure that I didn't interfere, I didn't cut anybody up, I didn't bully my way through. I just slipped out and slipped back in again. It was brilliant. It couldn't have happened in a sweeter spot. And it just made me smile because I'm thinking, haha, fuck you, basically. You know what I mean? And if the driver himself, who was so adamant to push in front of me, would have stayed where he was, he could have then moved over earlier, right? Sorry, moved over a little further on, and he would have been where I was, where I ended up, if you like. And I wouldn't have, wouldn't have complained or anything like that. I wouldn't have been going, "Argh!" And I'd have stayed where I was, and he'd have been sailed off in front of me, and I'd have been the one having to move over. Oh. I tell you. But we all have days like that. We try not to. We try our best to keep it as calm as possible, and you wonder why certain individuals do the things they do, and you look at them and think, you really think that was a fucking sane manoeuvre? Yes, you got away with it, but really? Is that your fucking normal way of driving, like a complete bellend? You platted prick? What are you doing? Grow up. Yeah, well. It happens, I'm afraid. There's not a lot we can do. No. We just have to take the rough with the smooth. And you just have to try, right, believe it or not, to make it as smooth as you possibly can yourself, because obviously relying on others to do that for you ain't gonna work. Nope, not at all. It's not gonna work. It's just gonna fail. That's part of the reason why when I do my little journeys wherever I go, I'm always keeping my distance from other vehicles. I'm not, tailgating them. I can't be doing with that shit. Because that way, as my mate Steve will know, because he'll agree with this one, spacious and luxurious. When you're spacious and luxurious, you've got time then, and it makes your life a lot easier. But it doesn't always pay to do the spacious, luxurious shit, right? When you're in shunt fucking stop-start traffic, then you can bump it up to the bumpers, like, because you'll always get some penguin come along and fucking snatch your gap, like, you know what I mean? And you just don't want that, do you? No, that's just no good. Oh dear. I mean, in some cases, I'm grateful for the people that do that, because I'm the one who snatches the gap. Because I'm thinking, if you snooze, you lose, dude. You know what I mean? Whatever you're gonna do, But most of the time, when it comes to traffic, like yesterday, right? There I am, sailing up the road, and I'll tell you the rest of that story later on, because I'm almost here now. And I will be doing another driver's eye view on the way back out of this place. Right? So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright. Toodle pip for now. Bye. Go on then. Off you pop.
Poppity poppins.